Hey everybody, Crappie Kirby, and today we're coming to you from the beautiful Hillsdale Lake, where you can see the summer activities are firing on all cylinders. And one of my favorite activities to do in the summer is catch summer crappie. But one factor you have to consider for summer crappie fishing is habitat, structure. You have to have a place where these fish feel safe from predators, have an ambush point for their prey, and then most importantly, have shade in these hot summer months, all right? There's no better habitat than mossback fish habitat. It is the most safest, most environmentally friendly habitat on the market, and you can find yours perfect for whatever style of fishing you have at mossbackfishhabitat.com. You can also find them at bassproshop.com. Today, we're going to be putting in a trophy tree. It creates a lot of height, a lot of little branches here for these fish to school up on, and it's so simple. I'm going to show you how to assemble it right now. You just need three things. You need the mossback trophy tree, you need the block adapter, and bam, you need a block. And it only takes 3 screws. Everything else fits securely into place. And this is fish habitat that won't decompose. This is fish habitat that won't drift away. This is fish habitat for a lifetime. So I'm going to show you how to put it together very simply with the trophy tree, the block adapter, and the cinder block. We're going to deploy it, and I promise you within hours, if you place it correctly during the summer, where you can find that thermocline, you can find that proper depth anywhere from 8 to 14, 18 feet, you are going to have fish on that habitat within hours. And then a few hours after that, you're going to be eating good in the neighborhood, Applebee's. So here we go. We're going to put together this trophy tree, and it goes super fast because everything is basically form fitted. You only have 3 screws, which keeps this mossback fish habitat securely in place for a lifetime. That's the beauty, the simplicity, and the ingenuity of mossback fish habitat. Check them out at mossbackfishhabitat.com. Let's put this baby together. Here we go. And pow, you're done in less than 5 minutes. So simple. 3 screws. Easy to assemble, easy to deploy. We're going to take you out on the lake here, deploy this, and I promise you we'll be catching fish off of it within 2 hours. Okay guys, we're back on the water. We're going to sink our mossback fish habitat and fish it within an hour or so and see if we can catch fish off of it. I'm going to show you what it looks like on the sonar. A couple things to consider. First and foremost, make certain that you always have permission to sink structure in your favorite lake, pond, whatever the case may be. And then also use common sense. Don't put it in highly trafficked swim areas and recreational boating areas. We are here on a flat, which is known for fishing. It's known for structure. A lot of people are going to find this, I'm sure. I'm going to share the coordinates with my Kansas Parks and Wildlife Department so they can list it as one of their structures. And just, share the wealth. Get out there, create some structures, make your lake a better fishing environment with mossback fish habitat. Another couple things you have to consider about mossback fish habitat is, first off, There's no way of messing this up, all right? You just can't mess it up, although you can install it backwards. You want to install it actually with these blades facing upward. And the reason that is because with the blades facing upward, it traps sediment inside here, which creates faster algae growth, which attracts more minnows, more bait fish into this trophy tree. So always make certain that these blades are up when you secure it to the base. Another thing you need to consider, these things are so well designed and thought through environmentally. I mean, you might not take this into consideration, but all that sawdust, all that microplastic that you may have on other types of structures that you've put in the lake, that's getting in the lake. All those gluing of PVC pipes, that's putting poison into the lake where the things you're trying to catch to eat swim. So with Mossback Fish Habitat, you got 3 screws. They're going to stay in there for a lifetime. They're self-threading screws. And the other thing is you don't have 1,000 leaves or 1,000 pine needles in your boat, which eventually can clog up your bilge pump, which I found that out the hard way. So check out Mossback Fish Habitat. I guarantee you, you will not be disappointed. So without any further ado, let's throw this puppy in. What do you say? All right, I'm going to record it on Garmin Helm. Here we go. And the neat thing about it is no matter how you throw it in, the weight's going to go to the bottom. So it's always going to sink perfectly. So we're going to put it right there. And there she goes down, sinking perfectly. There it is, sinking, sinking, sinking. Where'd it go? Ah. Right there. Oh, look at that! Look at that! There's already fish checking it out! There's already fish checking out the Mossback Fish Habitat. Right when I threw it in, like 4 or 5 fish came over and are checking it out. And there it is, setting perfectly, creating a treetop crappie coliseum where all the crappie are gonna gather to see the sport of Crappie Kirby reeling them in. There it is. There's my Mossback. You can see the oxygen coming off of it. Just a great little shot there of the Mossback. And look at that. There's 1 fish swimming on top of it already. Looks like a fairly big fish. All right, we're going to give it about 20-30 minutes, an hour, and we're going to come back here and see if there's any fish on it. Okay, everybody, I've just driven over my Mossback Fish Habitat, and I drove straight over it, so you'll see it on each side of my side imaging, and believe it or not, it's already got a nest of fish on it, just literally about an hour and a half later. If you take a look, right here is my Mossback on the right and the left. I literally drove right over the waypoint. So there's half of it there and half of it there. And if you take this and zoom in on it, you can see, there's some of the arms of the Mossback on one side, and that's fish, bing bing on there. And on this side, there's the other side of the Mossback, and look at all the fish hanging out downwind of the Mossback, trying to check it out. Boom, boom, boom. So I say we catch a couple off of it. What do you say? Here we go. But now we're back a few hours later. I'm set up on it here. We got quite a few crappie. I don't really see any giants that I would get excited about, but I would say there's definitely some keeper crappie in here now, or at least bigger than that one we caught. I see about 9 or 10 crappie in there, and I got a good approach. I'm coming in on them right now, drop in on their face. Let's see if I can catch a crappie off the Mossback. Oh, the camera's going crazy. And there's a fish. A little bit bigger, but we caught it off the Mossback. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. It's a little school of them, all of them about that size. I don't think I see too many. But hey, not bad. Not bad at all. Very impressed with this stuff. Actually, I see maybe one or two keepers out there. Let's give it a shot. It's kind of hard to tell because they're kind of investigating. It looks like they're darting in and out. I don't know if they're white bass or what, but we got a good approach on them. There's another one. They're in there thick. Might be a little bit bigger. Oh yeah, it's close to a keeper. So remember, if you're having trouble catching fish, put some mossback in your mix. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you watching. Have a great day. God bless.